work calves, we put them in shoes, our feet are in shoes, kind of like a cloud or like an orthotic, and the foot doesn't get to work. So in order to really focus and lengthen the calf, the best thing you can do is take the shoes off. So if you take your shoes off, and then you take your toes and you point them out, and you lift. We all are aware of how to calf raises, but most of us do calf raises with our toes forward. So one of the exercises I like to do is you bring your toes out, ankles under knees, knees under hip. You're sitting up nice and tall, and you're going to raise the heels up and down. This, by just doing 3 sets of 12, this helps work your inner calf. It's got a fancy name, but we don't need to know that right now. All I want you to do is lift in the ball of your feet. All 5 toes are down on the ground, and you lift your heels up and down. And this will make sure that all the inner calf plus the 2 other calves will work and activate together. So this is one exercise. If you have any plantar fasciitis, arch pain, heel pain, this might be one of the causes for it, is because this inner calf muscle, it's not working or not helping to support your arch, or it's not strong enough to pull that arch up in the shoes. So just by turning your toes out and lifting the heels up and down will help strengthen the arch in your foot and also relieve some of that pain that you might be feeling from plantar fasciitis or any other type of foot pain. It could help. May not. It may. I don't know. All right, we're going to bring your toes in, and your heels are going to be nice and straight, and you're going to lift. So toes straight, just lift the heels up and down. And then Mackenzie has joined us as usual. She seems to join us on all of our lives. Right, Mackenzie? All right, so this one, you are having your toes point straight, 5 toes on the ground, and you are lifting. Now when you lift, make sure or feel the balls of the bottom of your feet. Are you turning your feet slightly outwards and you feel more of your little toe on the ground? Or are you turning your arches in and you're leaning in and you feel more of your big toe on the ground as you lift the heels? What I want is to make sure all 5 toes are on the ground as you lift the heels up and down. The other thing is pretend that you have a string and someone is pulling your body up towards the ceiling. A lot of us will rock forward and lift, so we shift the upper body to lift forward. We don't want to do that because then we use our back and we use our chest and we use everything else. So you just want to make sure that you lift straight up when you come up onto the balls of your feet by lifting the heels, and that you're not rocking forward. This isn't wrong, but it's not exactly correct either. So you just want to make sure you're this string, someone's pulling you straight up. The other thing with this calf raise is you want to make sure that you don't pop your ankles out. If you sprained a broken ankle, you definitely have some weakness in it, whether it's the joint or the tendons or muscles surrounding the ankle. So you don't want to pop out that left ankle. So just keep those ankles nice and tight as you raise those heels up and down. And just watch those ankles. All right, so 3 sets of 12 of this one as well. The last one is to turn your toes in. And I know, some of us were told not to have our toes turned in, but for this one, turn those toes in and then lift the heels as those toes are turned in. Now you are working this outer muscle. If you've ever rolled your ankle slightly or sprained it, this calf muscle might be a little on the weaker side. And if you want to turn around and take a picture or look at your calves in the muscle, and you contract them with the heels up, you'll notice that you might have a very big inner calf and a little outer calf, or you might have a really big one back here and a little one outer here. You want to, if you have no muscle movement or little muscle movement, you want to make sure you strengthen up this outer calf. And the best way to do this is by turning those toes in and lifting the heels. This helps strengthen this, especially for basketball players or any side lateral movements if you're running left and right. You really want this strong so that when you land on all 5 toes, ball of the feet, and you don't shift into those little toes, because this may not be strong enough to prevent that ankle from rolling. And once again, straight up towards the ceiling and not shifting. And I love these exercises barefoot because you can really feel on where are you putting the weight or the emphasis in that foot. Is it your big toe? Is it your little toe? Is it the ball of the foot? Is it in the middle? Can you not raise those heels up? These are all crucial things to become aware with your feet, awarenesses. So we have 3 sets of 12 with your toes out. We have 3 sets of 12 with your toes in. And then we have 3 sets with your toes pointing more in, not straight ahead. The last one was straight ahead. You just lift the heels up and down. And you will feel your inner calf work, your back of your calf work, and then also the outer edge of that calf. You want all 3 calves working together, and that will help with your walking, your running, any sport you play. The second big thing when it comes to calves is they like to stay contracted because most of us stand on them or we sit with a flexed ankle. The only time we kind of release our calf is if we're sleeping and we kind of point our toes. So you want to make sure you stretch them out. And one of the easiest ways to stretch them out is what's called the foot rocker. You can get this off Amazon. You can buy it, it's cheap. It's like, I don't even know, $20 or something like that. So you can put your foot in the foot rocker, and then you bring that heel down. You can lean against the wall. You can pick up that foot. You can pick it up. You can put that foot down. You just want to make sure you stretch the calves. Now, as we work the calves with the toes pointed in 3 different directions, you're going to stretch them the same way. So turn those toes out and stretch the calf. Turn those toes straight and stretch the calf. And then turn those toes in and stretch the calf. If you don't want to get fancy with a foot rocker, use a stair step. Put your feet on top of the stairs. Drop your heels down. Stretch the calves out that way. That'll get you a little bit more into that Achilles. But once again, turn your toes in. Drop your heels down on the stair step. Turn your toes straight. Drop your heels on the stair step. Turn your toes out. Drop your heels on the stair step. And that way you are stretching all 3 of your calves. The other tools you can use to stretch out your calf is the good old foam roller. I do tend to like the foam rolls that have like little knobs in them because they get a little deeper into the calf. I've got ones that don't have knobs. I've got ones that got vertical lines. I got horizontal lines. Or you can use the good old stick. This helps you determine the pressure, and also you can move it left and right, up and down to help get deeper into the calf. You want to stretch your calves on a daily basis. You use your calves on a daily basis. So they want to be stretched. And like I said, when you stand, you have them contracted. You have the ankles and you have them flexed. The only time you really release them is when you kind of point your toes and you're relaxed. So unless you can lay down all day or you can have your feet up and relax all day, those calves are working a ton, supporting your body weight as you stand and work or go to school or whatever you do, your sport. So please, I cannot stress this enough, please take care of these calves by strengthening all sides of the calf muscles. Toes in, toes out, toes straight ahead. And then make sure you stretch them, regardless if you drop your heels down on a stair step, a curb, wherever you're at, or if you use a fancy tool too. Just make sure you stretch. And then as always, especially with those calves, you want to drink water. Calves use a lot of water. All your muscles use a lot of water. Your muscles live in water. So just by drinking water alone, you could release some calf cramps and you could loosen them up a little bit and maybe not be so tight. A lot of us have tight calves. The other thing, if this sounds all like way too much work, the other thing you can do is take your shoes off and walk around the house barefoot. I know if you have feet problems and you wear orthotics, gradually walk barefoot for 5 or 10 minutes here and there. But just by walking barefoot, you can use your whole range of motion in your foot. So when you wear shoes, you tend to shuffle your feet more, or you don't pick up your heels as much, or you don't pick those toes up as much. Take those shoes off and really concentrate on your heel to toe gait as you walk, and that is going to help your calf plant, roll, and lift. And this is the motion we want to work on, right, with our calf. So try these things out. Let me know if they work for you. If you want to see any other ELB consulting videos, I know we've done inner thighs, we've done some glutes, and we've done a lot of nutrition, and we're going to keep them flowing over here. So you can go to my YouTube channel, ELB Consulting, Facebook, Instagram, all ELB Consulting. And there are plenty of videos coming, and there are plenty that have been done. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, let me know if there's any questions you may have, or if you're interested in another topic. As always, I thank you for your time, and stay healthy. Bye.